Hello, it's Edwin Vereen, and this is the Lorain County Sports Network. And as you know, around this time of the year in Lorain County, we have some teams that made the playoffs and others that didn't. But not to fear, quality content is here. With that being said, I have a series of interviews, and I will be talking to some players and coaches from Lorain County. Joining me right now is Elyria Catholic wide receiver / defensive back, senior Timmy Phillips. Timmy, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I cannot complain. Thanks for joining us. So let's go ahead and hop right into it, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Now, it's no secret that you did transfer from Firelands to Elyria Catholic. Can you tell me about that whole process as far as how some of your former teammates over in Firelands treated you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a difficult process leaving my friends, but Elyria Catholic, it just seemed like a great opportunity and like better my faith and stuff like that. And it was definitely hard saying goodbye to everyone, but it's just better for my future. So it
Right.
worked out well.
Right. You know, sometimes in life, man, you have to do things that work for your future, that work in your favor as well, too. Coming into this season, this being your first at Elyria Catholic, what were your goals coming into the season?
Goals coming in was we had a one team goal, and that was to win a state championship. And obviously that didn't happen, but then we just wanted to win conference, which also didn't happen. But we just wanted to finish out the rest of the season and try to make the playoffs. But that didn't obviously happen. But we finished the last, I think, 3 games hard, and it was like we were kind of with the competition. So that was how it went. So that was kind of our goals going in. Um, Obviously, our team goals would just like kind of build upon what they had last season and just get stronger with the strength program we had there and stuff like that, and just see our goals coming upon us.
All right. Also, tell me about how is it to have a former NFL caliber players such as Chase Farris as head coach and Troy Smith as your offensive coordinator. So tell me about that.
It's a blessing. You really don't get an opportunity like that, and especially around here, that people like that will just come around here and just the knowledge that they know coming back from the highest level of the game, bringing it back to us, and the stuff they can know about the defenses and offenses and what to run if a situation happens here is just amazing.
Yep. I'm pretty sure it's like, wow, you get to sit under the doggone learning tree of Chase Farris and Troy Smith. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I met Troy Smith and shook his hand, he almost broke my hand.
Yeah, his hands are like huge.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I was like, he just got that kung fu crush grip. I
Yep.
swear, man. It's hilarious. I'm like, hey, man, this is my right hand. This is my dominant hand. I kind of need that. I need that. So don't break it for me. All right. So I'm looking at your numbers here. You finished the season with 12.5 sacks. Now, I've always known you to be a solid wide receiver. So
Hmm.
my next question I have for you is, which side of the ball do you enjoy playing the most? Being a wide receiver or defensive back?
Defensive back. I like the defense more. The start of the season, like going to the summer, I was going to camps for like wide receiver because that's what my goal was to play in college. And then it was like week 3 or 4, and then they put me actually at D end, and I did good, and I stuck with it all season, and then I just kind of like loved it. Just put it there.
Yeah, because I'm looking at your numbers here, 12.5 sacks. I think that leads the county now. You have 26.5 tackles for loss, 54 quarterback hurries, I'm sorry, 2 forced fumbles, a blocked field goal, and 105 tackles. I think you finished like third on the team, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
So speaking of, playing the defensive side of the ball, what do you consider your position? A hybrid linebacker, kind of like a linebacker / defensive back that can play on both positions.
Yeah, kind of like a hybrid linebacker, kind of like somewhat Sam linebacker.
Mm.
How like I can also play in the coverage, or I can also come down. And against Bay, I was more of a Sam linebacker, played in coverage for that. And then they just brought me down a lot at DN because usually the tackles like obviously have a faster speed and they're a slower speed, so I would just get around them pretty easily. So they stuck with me at DN.
Because I'm looking at the numbers, I'm like, okay, he's listed as a defensive back, but they have him playing linebacker. You probably don't remember the player, but his name was Mark Barron. Mark Barron. He played for the Rams years ago and played for the the Commanders. He came into the NFL as a strong safety, and they were moving around between strong safety and linebacker. So, hey, that's pretty impressive, man.
Mhm.
Can't deny that. That's pretty doggone impressive.
Thank
So, what will you miss with this being your season, senior season? What will you miss about playing under the Friday Night Lights?
Just that Friday night feeling. You go to school, you get home, you get ready for your Friday night game, and just like the atmosphere is like brought and stuff like that, and you just never get that time back. And with college coming up and stuff like that, you're gonna miss it a lot.
Right. And speaking of college, what's next for Timmy Phillips? Do you plan to play on the collegiate level?
Yeah, yes, I'll be playing at a college right now. Undecided, looking to a few.
Okay. So how many offers have you received throughout the season?
Right now I have zero, but I went on a lot of visits for it and talking close with for a couple right now.
All right. Well, Timmy, I wish you the best of luck. It was a pleasure watching you during your career here in Lorain County. And with that being said, that's my first guest, Timmy Phillips of the Elyria Catholic Panthers. Timmy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.